some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Razorbacks will kick it away to start. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab on the left. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. The Longhorns started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Wide out trying to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight.
The Sneak scores it. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Razorbacks offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island.
They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Well, this guy's had all of college football talking after coming away with 3 sacks in his first game, and he already notches his first sack in this one. What a terror he has been on offense as early this season.
And the Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Finds his tight end. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Fires on the move. Grabbed in the middle. It's Need. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run the draw. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Using the quick game. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
Looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Stanford is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jim Plunkett, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UConn. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Razorbacks will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And the Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. Strong, firm tackle.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here comes the Texas offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, I make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all won't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down without it.
Tackle was made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third and long, try to convert through the air. With the catch, it's John. Breaks into the open. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's first and 10. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's John. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. The give to the tailback. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Caught near the sticks. It's John. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the move. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Red pass, it's complete. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. Gets the back moving. Back to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. He picked up some yardage, but they stop him at the 45, and he'll be a little short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Trying to keep the drive alive. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. So going for it on 4th down is one thing. Quite another to say we're going to run it for a couple.
Yeah, that's impressive because that was a long 2 yards. And I think there are a lot of coaching staffs out there that would have probably tried to throw it or get their quarterback.
There he goes. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Working that left side now. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Completes it in the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's a draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field. Thinking it's passed didn't happen that time, and the defense was able to get a negative play.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. On the option, he'll toss it. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. The Razorbacks will snap it on first and 10. He'll keep it himself. He breaks a tackle. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's second and 7. And the Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
It's complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
A 51-yard field goal is not really unreasonable in terms of range, but they'll try to convert on 4th down. Powers through the defender. Turning it on! We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Absolutely perfect. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. One more snap coming before halftime. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Quarterback making checks. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
The Longhorns will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
The Razorbacks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Going for the big play. Makes the grab onside. Off and running. Touchdown, Razorbacks! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Handoff from the gun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Now, anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays, game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy's in the Heisman Trophy conversation as a receiver.
Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
He's got the back in the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does the linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They dropped it, just didn't work it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Finds his man in the middle.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. Think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Razorbacks line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Need. Tackle is made at the 23. Let's call it a 5-yard pickup. It's first down from their own 23-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And this D needs more of that, man. Like, this is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Oh, he's got some space. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Trying to set up the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The sure hands, it's Need. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Sends it back in motion. They just keep firing. Snagged in the middle, it's Need. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jeff.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunities to make plays.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneak wedging himself into the line. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. It's 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling it. Sneaks it into the end zone. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's going to run it. Nice move there. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Give to the running back. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get 1st down. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the 1st down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Got out of trouble and throws. On target. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Dumps it off in the flats. Runs through a tackle. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that 1st defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. From the gun, the running back has it. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen.
Breaks into the open. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Snagged out of the air. Touchdown, Texas! A great catch and run for 6. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
He'll bring it out. It's Coles. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
It's complete on the right side. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Razorbacks come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got his man. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This offense is going to have to get more aggressive. Like, they can't take many more shots short down the field and not getting gains. They've got to keep their foot on the gas. They've got to take some shots, work the middle of the field, but make some big plays down a couple possessions.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Razorbacks in the hurry-up.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Gonna look downfield again. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. the heat. And they can't make the play on third down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Fires one high and deep. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out. Everybody right now on the same page.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And the Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. Makes the catch. It's John. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's John.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Got his man quickly. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the back. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the beatdown has ensued. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
They're working that left side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
This offense has it with really good field position. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Need. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Arkansas, 23.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the air on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Second down.
And the Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Let's go! Let's go!
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer.